Iprinisinta ng prosecution panel sa pagpapatuloy ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang video ng dalawang press conference ng pangalawang Pangulo na naglalaman ng umano'y pagbabanta laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos sa dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Nauwi pa sa mainit na debate kung ipalalabas sa kabuuan ng video o mga bahagi lang nito na nais ipalabas ng prosecution. Detalye sa report ni Mar Gabriel live. Mar?
Ali, eksakto alas 6:24 ngayong gabi nang i-adjourn na nga itong ikalawang araw ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Inabot, Ali, ng mahigit 4 na oras yung presentasyon ng prosecution doon sa kanilang unang witness para dito sa Article 4 o yung assassination plot laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Mainit pang pinagtalunan kanina ng prosecution at nitong defense team kung ipalalabas ba yung buong video ng press conference ni VP Sara noong November 24 o bahagi lang nito ang ipalalabas dito sa impeachment court.
Sa ikalawang araw ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte, iniharap ng House Prosecution Panel ang isa sa mga senior agent ng National Bureau of Investigation bilang kanilang testigo para sa Article 4 o ang assassination plot laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Si Agent John Mark Calilong ng NBI Cybercrime Division ang umano'y nangolekta, nagpreserba at nag-authenticate ng mga video na nakuha niya sa pamamagitan ng Open Broadcaster Software. Kasama na rito ang online press conference ni VP Sara noong November 23, 2024 kung saan pinagbantaan umano niya si PBBM, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos at dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
One of the pieces of evidence that we gathered during our investigation is the video of the November 23, 2024 online press conference held by the Office of the Vice President, which was posted on the Facebook page of Harry Roque, sir.
Gathered evidence, sinabi mo, you viewed, identified, preserved, collected, and authenticated.
Hiniling ng prosecution na maipalabas sa korte ang bahagi ng 2 minutes and 18 seconds ng video kung saan ginawa ni BP Sara ang pagbabanta. Pero tinutulan ito ng defense team ni BP Sara. Nais nilang maipalabas ang buong 2 oras at 36 na minuto ng video upang maipakita raw ang buong konteksto. Nais din daw nilang makasiguro kung ang video ng prosecution ay pareho ng hawak nilang video.
When parts of an act's declaration, conversation, writing record, when part is given by one party, and in this case, that is the prosecution, meaning it's simple. This rule, Section 17, Rule 132, allows exactly the prosecution to present a 2-minute portion of a 2-hour video subject to the defense, the presentation of the remainder of the same. Be that as it may, Your Honor, please, the rules are clear. Number 2, we invoke, Your Honor, please, the ruling that it is for the prosecution to decide what to present, when to present, how to present, and whether to present at all.
Cannot be allowed to present a truncated part of a whole 2-hour, 26-minute video. That will not provide the context necessary for the understanding of what occurred during that night on November 23, and also not allow the proper identification by this witness.
Humirit din si Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano na ilabas ang buong video.
1 minute, pinapanood mo na yung buo, and then saka papanoorin yung maikli na ine-emphasize para walang prejudgment. Kasi pag nauna yung portions na maliliit, medyo umiiba. But personally, I'd rather watch the whole thing and get it over with, then allow the prosecution to pick out the portions that quickly say, that goes into the...
Sa gitna ng debate, saglit na nagreses ang paglilitis. Sa pagpapatuloy ng hearing, nagdesisyon ang presiding officer na payagan ng prosecution na ipalabas ang bahagi ng video na nais nilang ipakita.
This court shall allow it during the time for the respondent to present its evidence in chief. We will not interfere with how each party or either party presents their case, with a caveat. portion of an entire video being presented is not only to save on time, but also to be able to support the allegations from the point of view of the prosecution insofar as their articles of impeachment is concerned.
Pero bago tuluyang ipalabas ang video, tinutulan ng defense team ang tila leading question ng prosecution sa kanilang testigo.
In what particular portion of the subject video did the respondent utter that she already contracted a person to kill the president, the first lady, and the former Speaker of the House of Representatives?
Are you done?
Objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Wow.
Kindly state objection, counsel for response.
Your Honor, the question is misleading. There was no mention anywhere before that the video mentioned that the killing of the president.
To kill.
Yeah, there's no mention in any testimony earlier. There's no mention that that video.
Yes, Your Honor, but may I refer to my investigator's note, Your Honor?
Because if it's the first time, precisely the rule says that you cannot allow leading questions. Whether it's from the judges, whether it's from the presiding officer, or from the defense, or the... So meaning, you lay the basis. Simply, you ask him, ano yung laman ng video? Mr. Presiding Officer, can we just follow the rules and just lay the basis? Ask him kung ano laman ng video. Let him testify. Tapos pag binanggit niya, then you can ask him, hindi na siya leading. But we shouldn't really ask leading questions because we'll violate the rules.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, he's not on direct. He's
Overruled. Witness may answer.
Yes, sir.
Now, tanong, ano ba exactly yung sinabi ng Vice President nung araw na yan, November 23, 2024?
The specific statement, quote-unquote, yes, huwag kang mag-alala ma'am sa security ko kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta at si Martin Romualdez. No joke, no joke. Nagbilin na ako ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag kang tumigil hanggat di mo sila mapatay.
Bukod sa online press con video, ipinalabas din ng prosecution ang press conference ng pangalawang Pangulo noong October 2024 kung saan pinagbantaan din daw si Pangulong Marcos.
Gusto ko, ang galing yung ulo niya ba?
Matapos na ipalabas ang video, kinwestiyon naman ni Senator Judge Risa Ontiveros ang prosecution panel kung paano mapapatunayan ng mga video na may kinuha talagang assassin si BP Sara.
None of these statements are proof that the Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. Why are these acts impeachable?
Yes, there is an answer to the question, Your Honor, please. The prosecution is in the process of establishing that the Vice President should be impeached and she is impeached and be removed from office for contracting an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. Inasmuch as we understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. We are invoking, Your Honor, please, a rule in the Rules on Evidence that there could be statements, utterances of a person that may not be directly similar to what he or she did, but it could establish, Your Honor, please, what we call a specific intent, knowledge, identity, plan, system.
Kinwestiyon din ni Senator Judge Pia Cayetano ang tanong ni Senator Risa na tila nagbigay daw ng pagkakataon sa prosecution para sa kanilang closing statement.
Is also not proper at the proper time.
We may all make those mistakes. Even I may make that mistake. Because it is not right. We must follow the rules. And I know you are being courteous to all of us, but that was a closing statement. And I also asked the parties involved. You have an oath as lawyers. Don't take advantage of the generosity of this impeachment court. I don't want to see this happen again.
Ali, pagkatapos niyan, pinaalalahanan ng presiding officer na si Senator Chis Escudero itong mga kasamahan niyang senator judge na iwasan yung mga kaparehong tanong. Para maging patas, binigyan ni Senator Chis Escudero itong defense team ng 10 minuto para sagutin yung parehong tanong ni Senator Risa Ontiveros. Bukod kay Agent Kalilong, Ali, nakatakda rin sanang ipresenta ngayong araw itong si Attorney Jeremy Luntok na hepe ng NBI Cybercrime Division. Ngunit ipinagpaliban na yan at bukas ipagpapatuloy yung pagharap ng mga karagdagang witness ng prosecution at isasagawa rin yung cross-examination naman ng depensa para dito sa unang witness na si Kalilong na ipinresenta ng prosecution panel. Samantala, Ali, simula kanina nung paglilitis, tumayo din si Senator Panfilo Lacson para linawin dito sa presiding officer na si Senator Chis Escudero yung posisyon ng impeachment court kaugnay doon sa 24 senators na magiging basihan ng 16 votes para sa conviction sa impeachment trial. Sabi ni Senator Chis Escudero, ito ay posisyon niya bilang presiding officer, pero dahil walang nag-object mula sa kanilang mga kasamahan dyan sa impeachment court, yan daw ay mananatili. Pero malaya naman daw ang sino man na hindi sang-ayon dyan na questionin yan sa Supreme Court at anuman ang magiging desisyon dyan ng kataas-taasang hukuman ay handa raw sundin ng impeachment court. Ali.
Oo nga. Mar, yan ang isa natin katanungan kahapon. Yung bahagi ng opening statement ni Senator Chis Escudero bilang presiding officer, sinabi niya hindi bababa sa 16 na boto ang kinakailangan para makonvict si Vice President Sara Duterte. 2/3 nung 24 senators. No, sa tanong natin, ano ba yan? Personal ba niyang opinion? O yan ba ay ruling niya bilang presiding officer? So kanina nga nilinaw niya na tumatayo na bilang ruling. No, na ngayon, dahil nga ika mo, walang nag-object, walang nag-apila, at it stands as a ruling of the presiding officer na ngayon, ang maganda na elevate na to dun sa tinatawag na justiciable issue. Dahil nga mainit na pinagdedebatehan yan, hindi ba, sa social media, no? Kung ano ba, ngayon na wala si Senator Bato de la Rosa, nakapiit ngayon si Senator Jinggoy Estrada, pati na rin si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Ano ba yung threshold ng boto? 16 pa ba? So mainit yung debate dyan. So ngayon, dahil nga na-elevate na sa tinatawag na justiciable issue, kahit sino sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon na hindi sang-ayon dyan sa interpretasyon na yan, ay maari nang lumapit sa Korte Suprema para yan ay questionin. Yan ang mahalaga yung nangyari kanina, no, sa yung pagtayo ni Senator Ping Lacson. Mar?
Yes, Ali, alam mo, noong mga nakaraan kasi wala pang inilalabas na official statement o stand itong impeachment court kaugnay doon sa usapin ng 24 senator threshold, no? Pero ngayon, dahil sa paglilinaw, mga clarificatory question ni Senator Panfilo Lacson, ay malinaw na ngayon yung stand ng impeachment court na 16. O ito yung ito yung 2/3 daw ng all-member senator na 24 senators na threshold, no, na tinitindigan ngayon ng impeachment court. So yung mga hindi sang-ayon dyan, bukas, Ali, na questionin yan sa Supreme Court at ang paglilinaw, no, kung ano man ang magiging pasya at desisyon dyan ng kataas-taasang hukuman ay handa raw yung ipatupad at sundin ng impeachment court. Pero kanina may mga paglilinaw din si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano kung ano ba dapat yung definition, no? Kung ang isang senador ay nananatili pang miyembro ng Senado. Ang sinasabi niya kasi 3 bagay lang daw yan. Kung ang isang miyembro ng Senado ay namatay, natanggal o nag-resign bilang senador. Ali.
Okay, malinaw. Klaro, maraming salamat. Mar Gabriel, nag-uulat live mula sa Senado.